What happened to your gender?
Say a man is has the right to do this.
Do whatever he wants to
no,
do.
it's not. It's not right. The earlier we start seeing it for what it is, that we are all just human beings with red blood.
Yeah, sure.
Going through our veins.
Sure.
The better it will be for everyone, because.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
let me.
Or do you think women are perceiving independence the right way?
Can a man be independent?
Independence is relative.
Exactly.
It's not something that can be answered holistically.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you be willing to submit to the man? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a wonderful time so far. It's evening now shooting this video, and I'm here with a very wonderful personality, and maybe I'll let her introduce herself.
Okay, my name is Elizabeth.
Are you shy?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so we're just gonna have a very simple and free conversation here. I have so many questions to ask you, and first of all, I want to ask what your philosophy about life is as an individual, as a person. What is your philosophy towards life or about life?
Well, my philosophy has always been just treat others the way you want others to treat you.
That's beautiful.
Do unto others what you want others to do to you.
Oh, that's cool. And I think the world will be a better place if we all just treat ourselves the same way we want to be treated.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. What happened to, like I told you before this conversation, I invited you because of certain things. What happened to your gender? I mean, what happened to the time when I was younger, the orientation that women had in that time? I would not say, before now I said it quickly changed, but you said no, that a change in orientation and perception of the female gender was not so sudden. So what happened to women with the right orientation and women with the right perception and ideology towards life?
Back in the days,
Yeah.
probably my mother's days, I don't think women knew their worth as much.
Oh, okay. So this has to do with what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they believed they could get married and leave their parents' house. I think that was the whole ideology.
Okay.
You leave the house. Some girl child, they don't have basic education.
Yeah.
You just send them to their husband's house. But in these days, I would say everybody's eye have started shining.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Honestly.
Okay.
So everybody's eye, the female want to be more involved.
Okay.
Some of them go as far as to claim like they can
Feminist.
not
Independence.
Independence.
Okay.
Yeah. So the part about you saying I'm a female, so I'm entitled to this or that, or if I just get married and it is over. Well, I don't see it much as I did before. I think that's like the change.
Okay. Okay, so now you said something that women did not really value themselves, or they never knew their value as much as they do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like our mothers
Our mothers, yeah.
didn't know their worth because
that mentality, you have to be submissive.
Yeah.
That male folks had to even marry as much as many wives, and who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody is thinking that, oh, that woman has feelings, or Nobody is thinking that.
But we've also seen cases where women marry other women for their husbands.
Rarely.
I mean, especially in time past, because you talked about not having, considering the feelings of their wives then.
Yeah.
But I know a woman in my area back in the days who married another woman for her husband because she wanted the husband to be happy.
To have a child.
No, she had a child. She had
Okay.
one son and one daughter.
Okay. Then the ideology now was that you exist to please your husband.
Oh, okay.
So they are doing everything. They believe they are lesser. Of course, a woman has to be submissive to her husband. I'm not disputing that fact.
Of course.
But then they had this ideology that the world is like this. We have to please men, or we are nothing without men. Yeah. When a girl gets to a period of time, we call it ripe period. Then they bundle her to like a guy
and just get married to the
yes,
guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Even till this day, they practice something like that. Even child marriage. Haven't you heard of it?
yeah, it's very common in the part of Nigeria. No offense, please. Okay, so now women are now being exposed to what they were not exposed to.
Yeah.
And women now get to see their value.
Yes.
They now get to see that they can live not just for a man, but
Yes,
they can get to live
for
fully
themselves. Yeah.
for themselves. Do you think that because I talked with a friend of mine who works in the courts in Abuja, and when she told me the rate of divorce in just Abuja, it was running in thousands, over 4,000 in just the first 5 months of 2024. Shocking, right?
Yeah.
So now this is not what we had when we
in the old times. Yeah.
in the old times.
Yeah.
Oh,
course.
so do you think that we brought in the Western influence
Of
into
course.
our marriage,
We did.
and
Where
that
else?
affected
Where,
us?
where else do you think they got the idea that they can also live for themselves?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, now, would you say that the Western indoctrination to our relationship and marital lifestyle has really done more harm than good to the African society?
It
Because-
has its advantages and its disadvantages.
Okay.
I wouldn't say. Okay, let's put it this way. Let's phrase it this way.
Okay.
In those days, women were really submissive. So the guys, the male,
Yeah.
the men, they had like an idea of
Okay.
who a woman should be. So when she does something differently, oh no, you're not supposed to be doing this. And the woman already has it in her head, oh, this is not like those days when
Yeah.
you do this. So there's this loggerhead
Yeah.
between the male party and the female party, and you see the I would say that's what led to most of the divorce cases. So none of them is agreeing. If women, you're supposed to do this. Men say the women say no, it's not like this again, it's like this. The men have an idea of how a woman should
be.
And the women also have an idea of how things should change, because they're also human too.
Yeah.
You can't say a man has the right to do this,
Do
or
whatever
person.
he wants to
No,
do.
it's not right. The sooner people start saying that we are all still just human beings.
We all are.
Yes, with feelings, like emotion.
Dreams, aspirations,
Yes, of
plans.
course, of course. The earlier we start seeing it for what it is, that we are all just human beings with red blood
Yeah, sure.
going through our veins,
Sure.
the better it will be for everyone. Because when you understand, like when you tend to put yourself in people's shoe, wear that shoe.
Yeah.
When you put yourself, like really not just surface level, put yourself in someone's shoe, like
Empathize.
have to feel everything.
What they feel, then you
Yeah,
get to
then you
understand.
understand.
Okay. Now.
Meanwhile, I would
Okay.
say that some other women, they take this whole thing to another level. Even some of them that are quite ignorant of what independence is or what being a human being is, they just feel because other people are doing it, so let me do it. They don't know
Yeah.
the real meaning or the essence of why those people are doing what they're doing. Or there's before you join the crowd, sometimes I would say some people just join the crowd without really understanding the
direction of the crowd.
yeah, the reason. When you understand the reason behind something,
Yeah.
and it's really hot you, like you have this hotness, like this thing is hurting me, so it has to change, and this change starts from me, or I have to do something to change this. But there are some other people that do things because other people are doing it, which is so wrong in so many levels. Very wrong.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Now, she said that there's a very important question I want to ask. when we practiced or appreciated our own custom, traditions, and all of that, although many people claim that women feel more happiness now in the African society than they did in our parents' time, but the thing is, during that time, things were working out.
Yeah.
People were living peacefully.
Yeah.
Marriages were thriving. Even a polygamous marriage, we see how both wives, they have farms together.
It was thriving then doesn't mean that it was okay.
No,
it wasn't.
I'm not saying it was okay.
It wasn't okay. And like I said earlier, if we all can see that we are just a human being.
Yeah, we all are.
We all can sit down and know that, understand, not just knowing it, like understand that if I do this to my neighbor, she's going to get upset, because if you do it to me, I'll get upset too.
Yeah.
The earlier we can see things that way, the better, for regardless of gender.
Okay.
Anything that will hurt you, don't do it to another person.
Okay. I want to ask you a very personal question.
Okay.
Not very, very personal, don't worry.
All right.
Would you want to be married in those days? If you're given a choice to get married in time past or now, which would you prefer? I mean, with the whole polygamous ideology,
no.
women
I don't
perspective.
think I can handle a
So-
polygamous family.
So you want one man, one woman.
Of course.
You don't want to share your man.
No. I can't handle it.
Okay,
No.
emotionally you
I
can't
can't.
handle it.
I can't. Those people they were dealing with so much. Forget that people don't talk about what they experience. I know it's just like slavery. As that when we went through the slavery phase, sometimes I ask myself, why were these people silent? I mean, they were treating you so bad. You are also human. Then why didn't you say anything?
It's a manipulation.
What happened? Like they beat you. You have to carry some heavy loads and all that, and they treat you worse than animals. They are pets, and you still carry on like that. Is that same mental ideology
bondage
that people of our age, of our time, they were living? Some of them were living through torture, but they didn't say anything. Like it's like a norm for them, I think. I don't know, but it feels like normal.
Well, I would also Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
let me. Would I say my parents like that?
Okay.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no, no.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
I see.
my mom,
Yeah.
from my own point of view, I think she has this mindset that, oh, you have to be this sort of way because that's what society allows. Yeah, society helps to also shape people's
Yeah.
mind.
Without
Society.
you even knowing, subconsciously, the
You're
society
doing
shapes you.
what the society deems fit.
Yeah. And okay.
Who is to really say, oh, this is wrong, you're in the wrong and you're in the right? Absolutely
Nobody.
nobody. But we have the wrong one, like killing and stealing.
Yes.
Yeah, we have
Obvious ones.
those ones are obvious.
Yeah.
So,
Well, these days people are no longer interested in marriage as they used to be. Statistically, I'm not speaking from just what I think. People are no longer interested. As a man, I can tell you now that unlike those days, if a man asks you out once, twice, 3 times, you won't get a message from him anymore, you know. And the thing is changing. The narrative is really changing a lot. And for me personally, I don't know, but I feel that every society have what works for them.
yeah.
And I'm not saying there should be no room for modification, correction, adjustments, review, and all of
we
that.
can do all that. If we can just sit down and do all of these things you said.
Do you think that marriages in those days seemed happy because one party was being abused or one party agreed to just lay low? Which obviously is the women. Do you think because our mothers just okay? We hear phrases like because of my kids,
Yeah.
because I just want to be here. Do you think that's the major reason, or do you think that it was it about women just agreeing to certain things, or our culture preserved marriages? Is it
Who built culture in the first place?
culture is we are the culture.
Exactly.
There is no one person called the culture.
Exactly.
We decide the culture. We decide the norms.
So it was because women, as at then, kept quiet that the culture stood
Okay.
for as long as it did.
Okay. So now
If as at then people started fighting or not fighting, sorry, excuse my choice of word.
yeah,
If people had a problem.
there was a
like-
revolution.
Exactly. I believe it would have changed sooner than it.
Okay. But now, of course, this is like a topic for another day. Do you think women are handling the ideology, or do you think women are perceiving independence the right way? Or let's even start from here.
Okay.
Can a woman really be independent? Or do you think there is any such thing as independence
Can
for
I
a
also
woman?
ask you a question?
Yeah, you can ask me. It's not me interviewing you here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can a man be independent?
Can a man be independent?
Yeah.
Independence is relative.
Exactly.
It's not something that can be answered holistically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same answer.
Okay. Literally, you just use me to answer your question. Very good. Well, I think everyone can be independent.
Yeah.
I think independence comes from consciousness of who you are,
Who you
what
are.
you want,
Exactly.
your destination,
Exactly.
and how you're willing to put it
Every
in.
decision we make in this world shape us to who we are. Like every decision you make, every turn, every decision, especially decisions.
Yeah.
Every decision you make, if you had made chosen option A rather than option B, there's a way your character will shift. There's a particular way you will be. But if you had made option A instead of option B, you have this different deviation.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up this session, I'll leave you with this question. No, I'm not leaving you with it. You have to answer it here and now. Let's say, would you want to get married and to a man
Okay.
who's gonna do 50-50 with you? You take care of the kids, he takes care of the kids. You split the bills. You take 50%, he takes 50. You do everything equally. Or you want to get married to a man who's gonna take care of about 70 or 85.
Of course, I'll take the
of
one
them.
that'll take care of me 85%. It's not a business deal, please. It's not a business deal. I'm saying.
Okay. Now, will you be willing to do most of the domestic works?
Of course.
Will you be willing to submit to the man?
Of course. That was.
Guys,
That's what
are
I was
you
made for.
are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay, now this question might seem very simple,
Okay.
but it has revealed a lot about you, and it has revealed a lot about, you know, in the minds of the viewers. Well, I would not say you think like our presence misoriented most of them. I don't want to offend some people in this video. Okay, guys, thank you for being part of this this show today, this video. If you want me to bring her back, of course I will. I don't need your permission. I do. Just let me know. What do you have to say to the viewers out there?
Well, thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. In case you need a woman who's gonna be really submissive to you and she's gonna take care of the kids, the domestic work, just be ready to take care of 70 or 80% or more of the bills. We have Elizabeth, so you can just reach out to me, and you have to pay some token.
Oh, sorry, I'm off the market.
Oh no, she said she's off the
I'm
market. Okay, all right, but anything is possible. Thank you, guys. Like, share, and subscribe.
All right. Have a great day.
Yep.